Take it easy, man. That is very big back there. No way. That's impossible. He told me, listen here, girl, you better listen to me. It won't turn out well for you. Oh my. Oh heavens, what has happened? As soon as I saw those huge sizes, I went crazy. I said, not from behind. He said, and what about me? I said, yes. Honestly, everyone, the Sudanese worker, I was working for a fruit merchant. I was carrying crates from outside from a truck and taking them into the warehouse, Ilpi. A Sudanese worker was working with me that day, tall and broad, with a mustache a hawk could land on. And the sizes I saw that day, I swear I hadn't even seen them in novels or dreams. To the point that the fruit crate fell from me the moment I saw those large sizes. A hose of fire and destruction, honestly. Anyway, everyone, my name is Sarah. The watermelon is very big, and the pomegranate is firm. And honestly, she's a mare who needs a rider. I didn't know the rider I was looking for was the Sudanese worker who worked with me in the fruit warehouse. What happened that day is indescribable. The watermelon burst. And honestly, guys, I got my fill of yogurt. Nice and easy. Honestly, guys, I thought he was poor, but what I saw he had, no. He wasn't poor at all. I was the one who turned out to be poor, my darlings. Whoever doesn't hear the story will miss a lot. I used to work for a man called Hajwail. This Hajwail, honestly, he told me, listen girl, Dalil. I told him, at your service, what do you want? Of course, we're locals, so the talk between us is just a Hajj and girl, very normal. I, everyone, am truly in very difficult circumstances. What made me take this job was dire necessity. Honestly, my parents passed away, and I live alone in a rented apartment. Where do I get money to pay the rent? Where do I get money to eat? So I found no option but this job. So Hajwa said to me that day, listen to me. Of course, to me, you're a local girl, a real tough one. That's why you took this job. I told him, yes, exactly, Hajj. He said, prepare yourself. Today there is a shipment of fruit. Okay. A big truck will bring it to me. You will unload it with a Sudanese guy and take it to the warehouse. I told him, no problem at all, Hajj. The truck wasn't that big, really. It was small. So for 2 people, it could take 3 or 4 hours, or even just 2 to finish them. Anyway, my dears, I actually wore the tight black abaya on my body. And the pomegranate malban was very big that day. And when I went to the warehouse, of course the Hajj saw me. He said, oh, the beauty, light the fireworks. I told him, what's wrong, Hajj? He said, honestly, why are you so full of watermelon today? I told him, yes. He said, honestly. So Hajj Wa'il, everyone, as soon as he saw the big watermelon, he went crazy over it, wasn't it? He told me, do you know, girl? I told him, at your service with all my heart. He said, I swear what keeps me going in life and really makes me stay in this market. And, well, there was a small fruit stand. He was selling fruit there. All right? I said to him, Hajj, what is that huge watermelon I'm seeing? I said to him, is that for real, Hajj? I laughed at that moment. Honestly, that Hajj was hilarious. He said to me, do you know the other thing? I said to him, what? He said to me, when I talk to you, you say yes, my dear girl. Meaning, you listen to what I say. I said to him, you really are like a father to me, Hajj. He said to me, you've grown that old, have you? Anyway, go on and see how this works. And truly, guys, I waited for the truck. As I was waiting, there wasn't any worker coming to help me lift. I said to him, Hajj, didn't you say there was a Sudanese worker coming to help me lift? He said to me, I don't know why he's late. He said to me, fine, you just start working. The truck, the one that was loaded with fruit, guys, on that day, it unloaded. The driver stopped his truck. Then he went to the coffee shop to have a shisha until his truck was empty of vegetables. There was no one else but me lifting. I just started lifting the cartons and crates and taking them to the warehouse. While I was lifting and going to the warehouse, the 4th time I was coming back from the truck and grabbed a crate. It wasn't a big crate. It was normal. I'm used to these, see? As soon as I took the crate, I was heading back to the warehouse. And as soon as I put the crate down and turned around suddenly, I found a guy tall and broad with a mustache that a falcon could land on. and he was a bit dark-skinned. I went crazy. I said to him, "What's wrong with you, man? You scared the life out of me." He said to me, "What's wrong? How did I scare you? What happened?" I said to him, "Who are you?" He said to me, "I'm a Sudanese worker who's coming to work with you." I said to him, "Oh, did Hajwail call you?" He said to me, "Yes." He said to me, "What's your name?" I said to him, "My name is Sarah." I said to him, "What's your name?" He said to me, "Damrani." I said to him, "Oh my, your name is so strange, Damrani. Is your name really Damrani, and are you actually Damrani?" He said to me, "I mean, I am Damrani." I said to him, "Yes. Are you doubting yourself? You mean you are Damrani?" He said to me, "Lady, you've got me confused." I said to him, "Why did I confuse you?" He said to me, "Honestly, because of your sweetness and beauty." I said to him, "Well, let me tell you, I feel like as soon as you walked in, the light went out and he started laughing. Guys," he said to me, "Why did it go out?" I said to him, "Don't you see this dark skin of yours?" He said to me, "The best skin is dark skin." I said to him, "Of course, definitely the best skin." Anyway, guys, after that, both of us were actually moving the crates from the truck to the warehouse. Now, while I was moving the crates, something very strange caught my attention. Honestly, guys, sizes were very large. In my entire life, I have never seen sizes like that. I myself went crazy. I said, I wish the truck wouldn't finish now. I actually want it even longer. Do you see the size of the watermelon? I'm divorced and live alone. I've never seen anything like this in my life. That's why I went crazy. I was obsessed. I couldn't believe myself, and I couldn't believe my eyes either. He said to me, "Are you married to a divorced man?" I said, "Divorced." He said, "I'm divorced too." I asked, "Why didn't you get married?" He said, "Honestly, my circumstances are tough, so I couldn't get married." I told him, "God willing, God will bless you." Honestly, folks, suddenly, he left the crates and a very strange situation happened. Focus with me on this moment. Suddenly, he left the crates while I was sitting inside the warehouse. He says to me, "What do you think about from the back?" I said, "Have you lost your mind, man? What do you mean from the back?" He said, "The crates from the back. Let's put them from the back since the front area is full." I said, "Oh, the crates." He said, "No, who mentioned the crates?" I said, "What's wrong with you, man? What's going on? What exactly is your story? One minute you say crates, and next you say from the back." I said, "Well, of course." He said, "I swear there's nothing better or nicer than from the back. We want to put the crates from the back and set things up." Honestly, folks, I refused and said, No, from the back, no. I've never done anything like that in my life." He said, "So you've never moved crates to the back in your life?" Honestly, folks, I can't deny that the large sizes made me think a lot, and honestly, I said to him, "Tell me something." He said, "Yes. What do you want?" I said, "Oh, Damrani, oh, Damrani." He said, "Oh, my heart, Damrani." "Well, tell me something. Let's move the crates to the back." I didn't know at that moment that it wasn't just the crates that would be moved to the back. Something else happened. Honestly, folks, the watermelon burst. There was this watermelon in a market stall. Of course, you understand. So honestly, it burst. Honestly, I was drenched in yogurt. Anyway, folks, what happened next is indescribable. Suddenly, Damrani left the crates. I said, "What's wrong, Damrani? What is it? What happened?" He said, "Let me tell you something." I said, "Yes." He said, "We are done moving the crates. Everything is finished. But there's this watermelon left. I want to eat it, honestly, because very big. We can't just leave it to go to waste, right?" He said, "Yes, of course." And honestly, what happened next is indescribable. I have never seen anything like this in my life. Honestly, it was a day beyond my dreams. If you want to know what happened, wait for the second part of the story from me. I hope, folks, you'll hit the like button. And I'll see you soon in the second part. Goodbye, my dear ones.